Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3. We're playing the Horn of the Abyss Forged in Fire campaign, and when we last left off we cleared through this garrison with Frederick here, who's been doing good work with his Orb of Vulnerability. That being said, we need to see what's going on. We may not need to collect the individual pieces of Flotsam and Jetsam, considering we're at like close to 300 of both resources, but we will continue to explore. I was once rich and famous, but Darjam the Terrible was my downfall. I lost my lands, my title, and my family. Please bring the villain to justice. Darjam, you say? Well, Darjam obviously is going to be in this area, but that means we need to, like, not win the game once we kill Darjam in order to get this Seer's Hut. A bit of an interesting problem. Now, we do have these other minor heroes running around, so maybe we could just lock them in and leave it at that, like just have someone park on this garrison. That could be an option. Could even be a job for Henrietta, because if we're honest, right now she's somewhat just bubbling around, not really having too much to do. Now, we obviously need to reinforce Frederick with additional troops before we can attack the island itself. Although we can dock at least, but we do need to just consider what the correct plan is. I suppose, speaking of chests and such, here's a more Flotsam and Jetsam. We're just going to ignore it for now, I think. We'll have a collect resources with Todd. That seems like a good time. And, of course, Rathmont can continue to collect up the various dragons and so on, and get them murdered and then converted into bone dragons. Boyd's currently hiding out in here. To release him, we're going to need to have someone garrisoned somewhere. Now, Tancred, I believe, was in the process of gathering up these troops so we can convert them into skeletons. So that is obviously not a nice thing to do, but it's the necessary thing, so we're going to be on doing that. So when we have him get out on his way, Ziff probably is going to be the superfluous one, who's going to just sit inside a town and do nothing. Maybe Rotunda here. That being said, she does have the anti-magic scroll, which will need to go to Frederick. We do want to get the remaining scrolls. We're still missing that scroll of Hypnotize that we need in order to begin scribing scrolls. So, where that scroll of Hypnotize is anyone's guess. Let's gather the remaining troops here. Get that underway. But Ziff may just end up taking a dive into the Cyan one-way entrance. Just going on a bit of an adventure in that respect. As for Sam, she has been doing a good job collecting up these sandworms. So let's continue that. She can then head up to get them upgraded to Orgoi Korkoi. There are these purple heroes wandering around. And now the victory condition for this particular mission is to... Alright, this is a dead end. We can dock, but I don't really want to. A throng of trolls. This actually may be an area we're meant to go, but I'd like to only approach you when I'm ready to fight Darjam. Let's head in this direction for now. There's some remaining parts of the shroud I'd like to reveal, so we'll get on to that. Let's have Celestine continue her rounds before having Henrietta move. Like so. Now we can have Henrietta make her stand. And take some of these units with us. It's starting to be a more reasonable army. Starting. Obviously the enemy armies are quite substantial this time. There's always the possibility of going and grabbing the frigate again and just spamming the pirates, but for now we're okay. Alright, Rathmont. Please continue with your dragon executions. Sam. And of course Tancred. We may bump into this person here, though. Doesn't seem too threatening or interesting. Losing that lighthouse is annoying, though. Almost called it a windmill. That's something different entirely. Frederick is useless on the water, though. Like, his movement speed is quite poor without these lighthouses boosting it. So that's just a problem, a fact of life we have to deal with. Maybe we could work towards claiming some of them. But Henrietta needs to go on a bit of a quest of bonkage and just eliminate the enemies. Keep the area nice and clear of enemy interference. It's a nice stabbing right there. Good to have Celestine go back to her box. But Ziff will continue on her merry way. Now it's finally time to upgrade to Orgoi Korkoi. We might as well upgrade the armadillos while we're here. These wights are not long for this world. Let's keep going, Tancred. From sand to swamp, it's not a good prospect, is it? Let's carry on with Frederick. The favourable winds at least give us some headwind, I guess, for want of a better word. We're where we want to be with Henrietta, so we're going to recruit those additional enchanters. Her army is more than sufficient to take care of these enemies. Eris here has somewhat of an army. It does need to be respected. Should he make his way over to the Burton town, we need to obviously deal with him. So we may have to loop back. We could at least kill a few people. I suppose, yeah, we need to deal with Eris first, don't we? Is a concern. Nice upgrade. Upgrade complete, some might say. So that was a long way to go nowhere. I guess you can grab the pirates after all. Alright, Sam, in you go. We're gonna just have to do some kind of interesting combination tactic here where, like, we do something like this. All the good stuff comes with Boyd. I guess Rathmont will just deliver the rest of the boat Ghost Dragons later. But Boyd can actually just set out. There's some additional enchanters here. But the key thing really is just to start making moves. That being said, we're going to want these troops off of us before we proceed. Tancred could perhaps take some of them. My ideas. We could take the enchanters, but not much else. I guess we'll just deal with it as we go. We've got so many people doing different things, it's difficult to stay on top of it all. There is a swarm of sea dogs here. This is a lighthouse I think we should stop for. It's not going to be easily reclaimed by the AI. And it should be an easy fight once we add that little bit of a touch of forgetfulness. What's that you say? Shooting sea dogs? It's more likely than you think. I think we'll just let them move forward though. They're quite nimble sea dogs. Okay. Problem solved. The lighthouse will be ours next turn. It's the way we like it. It's the way it's going to be. Alright, so Henrietta, as much as it's a nice idea to contain these enemies, we either need her to stay here and someone else do it, but I don't think anyone's really up to the task. So it's going to be Henrietta back into the portal. And then moving around this way. It was a nice idea for the strategy, but yeah, it just hasn't worked out, unfortunately. We'll grab the 21 pirates and start making our way up to the Seer's hut. Get them nice and upgraded. Now you, Tancred. What can we do with you? That is an easy thing to do. Question is, what's least valuable here? I'm sort of in an awkward moment where I kind of want everything here. That being said, with the Pendant of Courage, these troops actually have good morale, but still a tricky situation to be in. I guess we don't super care about the armadillos. And the acids could actually serve some use. Actually, no, we'll bring the nymphs. Oh no, the acids could actually serve some use. Something like this should actually be sufficient for what I'm planning, which is to take the golden bow, which means we need to kill the gold dragons at long last. It's going to be a tricky fight. Can we do it, is the interesting question. I think it's time to save. Can it be done? Survey says... Yes. Yes, it can be done. Useful to know. But can it be done in a way that we don't lose a lot of stuff? Obviously, all this is superfluous and can be disposed of. I do not mind them using all of their attacks on these enemies. The ghost dragons are a little bit less okay. So we're going to start by casting a mass shield. This will decrease our the damage we take, of course. We're going to want to get the skeletons in the corner, but of course we don't want the ghost dragons to take infinite damage either. So I think for now we're going to have the skeletons... We're going to have the ghost dragons move out of the way so the skeletons can move. So we're going to swing here. That's a nice solid hit there, and it ages the dragons. Excellent. These acids are now going to attack this 20 stack. And get wrecked. Now the skeletons will go up and attack the 20 stack, and potentially just kill it. We'll see. Not quite. The ghost dragons are being very lucky. So these skeletons are not even being interesting to the AI, they're that dangerous. But, this way only 2 dragons can attack at a time. This is what I want. We're going to be going for a damage mitigation strategy at first, before I use my remaining mana on Animate Dead. So, this 3 stack we want to keep alive because it's already so weak. We actually want to attack this 19 stack. Like so. Also, the age effect is excellent. We're certainly happy about proccing that. We're going to attack the 6 stack, I think. No, we'll attack the 13. There we go. Oh, they stole the retaliation with the 1 stack. Certainly this horde of skeletons, this legion of skeletons, is doing an excellent job. Let's continue the good times with our dragon. We can, however, start using the Animate Dead spell. So that restores 3 dragons. Might as well begin. Sim will attack the most powerful stack, try to age it. No. So only kill 19 skeletons. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. Let's continue animating. There we go. Animated personality. We'll hit the age stack, because that does more damage that way. Get into the corner of the skeletons. There we go. At this point, we just want to keep resurrecting things. So let's animate 102 skeletons. It's not amazing, it's not terrible. We'll do one animate on the skeletons. And then we'll strike these ones here. Which ages them beautifully. Whereas we need to fight the 7 signs of aging. Alright, let's animate again. I could basically trade like 20 skeletons or so. I'm not going to get another cast. Yeah. Well, this is the battle. That was certainly better results. We lost less dragons. I think we lost all of them originally. And we only lost 200 skeletons as opposed to 2/3 of the skeletons. An excellent result, though. We get 27 skeletons back and the access to this golden bow. The golden bow, of course, granting us excellent ability to shoot things, which may make these sieges possible with characters like Henrietta or still Frederick. We just have a lot of shooty stuff, and we need that golden bow to be able to strike the enemy. So that's an excellent pickup. I'm very pleased with that result. It also gives us the freedom of movement through this area, which, you know, we've been wanting for a long time. So Tancred can continue doing his shenanigans in this area. We'll try to arrange for this to make sense soon. At least we'll be able to get the skeletons back that we've used. It certainly is an argument for why Boyd's doing an excellent job with his skeletal hordes now. Like, that was a pretty serious amount of enemies, and we actually slew them with relative ease. So let's continue. We'll grab our lighthouse. This will just make the boat vaguely functional. Then we'll head down in this direction. Alright, Henrietta. You're almost worth just doing this, to be honest. How far away is Eris? He seems to have turned around again. Yeah, he has. Maybe he's going for Rotunda. Also a point of concern, I don't like the idea of having to retake the town. Well, let's just directly chase him at this point. There is a road after all. So, Rathmont, if that even is your real name. We probably don't want you slowed down on skeletons. We'll just keep you that for now. Let's have Tancred move first. Does this actually make you get there faster? I wonder. Basically the same. Well, nonetheless, we can still do things and stuff. So we'll take basically all the things. You can keep those guys, because those will actually be coming with us. Let's head off to the skeleton transformer. Should be a fun time for all. Except these people were also meant to come. Well, we could do that next turn. Tancred could pop in, Sam can duck in, duck back out. Something like that. Let's restore our mana. Excellent. I suppose Boyd could also be one to defend this area. Like, Eris is not a major threat. Boyd can handle that. No problem. I think things are coming together. I'm pretty pleased with progress. Wake of the Condor! Oh yes! Tweet, tweet. That is not the sound a condor makes. Alright. We're making progress in the ocean. So we got Cornelius here. Let's head down. Say hello. Alright, Todd, it's time for the recycling. And not so much recycling, but the resource gathering of legend. Gathering all the various items. So, here was the strategy. Tancred pops in. We shall swap. We Actually, we'll grab these before we go. That will use all of Sam's movement. Sam really is pointless right now, isn't she? I mean, it's a little bit of a shame to lose her, but I sort of don't need her. I think we'll let her go after this particular act of service. Not that we can actually carry these right now. Alright, Rathmont, we've got a plan. We place everything in the transform apart from this. We murder. And then we return to Sam, who then hands over the rest of the skeletons and is promptly dismissed. Goodbye, Sam. It was actually too much. So we can now hand off over all these extra skeletons to Tancred and Coldbrain. Who's even in movement left? He's actually got plenty. Let's have him take these skeletons now. Excellent. We'll then have Tancred move out towards the stables, and Rathmont can be going back to get the dragon. So that sounds good to me. Ziff. We could certainly make some pirates into gunslingers. We'll need to hit up this trading post for additional sulfur. Maybe this prospect will give us some. Not this time. The good old mystical garden dance, eh? Where it's like, oh, it's never quite what you want. It's always something, but not what you want. I suppose there's this warehouse of sulfur we could hit up on the way, but we want this lighthouse back, let's be honest. Boyd is heading out on an adventure. He's going to cut off Eris at the pass, who seems incredibly indecisive about how he wants to die, which is understandable, but still annoying. Let's end turn. Oh, he's going onto the boat. He wants to die boat style. How exciting. Oh! There's the battle dwarf we're looking for. What was it? This guy's long-lost brother? Yeah, Raphael's brother. There's a problem, though. I don't know if you've spotted the problem. There's no way to get at this guy. A, it would have to sack someone, but B, we need to water walk to get to him. Now, I think Boyd has the boots of levitation, so I suppose that's part of the journey, is once we get here, we'll then pick up the boots of levitation off of him. So let's make sure we make that obvious for ourselves. I'll do that. Actually, we can do it this turn. Well, we'll grab the lighthouse. That we need to do. So, that we've done. Let's just go grab the boots of levitation as soon as possible, shall we? Okay, so that's these two figured out. That actually used all of Boyd's movement anyway. So, just enough to get to the lighthouse. Hopefully it means next turn we actually have decent movement. Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be luxurious. Look, I've got casual 500 skeletons here, by the way. That's not bad. Let's grab these enchanters on the way. Alright, so the various heroes have opted not for death, but for dishonor. At least Henrietta has a plan and a strategy. She's going to be heading south. It's a lovely direction south. It almost feels like going downhill, according to some. Alright. The recruitment goes well. Ah yes, the recruitment. Let's enter. Oh, he's over here now. I mean, that makes him easier for Frederick to kill, I guess. So now we're here. And Boyd can hand over the all-important boots of levitation. Is there anything else we want from him while we're here? We probably want this golden bow. I think for now that's everything. So Frederick can head back in this direction. But there's still the question of how we get there. Like, that's blocked. Because you can't land on a hole. That's the point. Unless it's these quest guards that then allow access to from land to walk on the hole. And then you water walk to here and then to here. Because this is also blocked. Unless you levitate from here to here, walk to here, clear these, walk to here, clear these, and then walk to there. Maybe that's the strategy. The alternative would be through this garrison and you water walk from here to here. Interesting. I think the garrison's our first port of call at any rate. Let's learn air shield while we're passing through. Alright, Todd, continue your magical journey. I still like how much that guy looks like Doc from Back to the Future. Oh, let's not skip the murdering stage of the dragon process. Alright, Celestine, grab the gunslingers, off to the halfling hut. I think that's a halfling adobe, isn't it? Abode. Alright, Boyd. At least this will be nice to have all the heroes, like, joining up. That's a thing. Alright, Tancred, into the Enchanter's Hollow, grabbing yourself some of those enchanters. Excellent. We can now start working towards reinforcement. Excellent. So, this Cornelius chap is still being annoying, of course, but he doesn't have any real army to speak of, so it's not the biggest deal. So having all the heroes together has its uses, because it means we can work out, are we going to take this town or not? That being said, I almost guarantee Darjum's fortifying his remaining stronghold. Well, not stronghold, but, you know, a cove town of the... it probably has a castle in it, but yes, you know what I mean. Let's head out to this trading post, shall we, and convert some of these pieces of lumber into sulfur and gems. We'll do a little bit more into the sulfur. There we go. That should be enough to make some additional gunslingers. We'll hold off on additional paying for the guns until we can actually have men to use them. Let's send Ziff back down to the frigate to get some additional hands. Hey, an extra 20 gunslingers for all this extra rock and lumber we've got sitting around. Seems completely reasonable to me. Okay. Let's get this guy converted to Ghost Dragon. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Excellent. Alright, Celestine, off you go. Let's wrap up for the day with this little fight. I say little. It's overwhelming odds, but... a little bit of forgetfulness won't go amiss. Actually, I've got an idea. Let's back up to our battle save, unequip this wizard's well, and put our actual stuff on, shall we? That seems a good idea. So now we'll cast... Now we've got access to Clone, for example. Which I hope we can scribe. I wonder who's got this scroll I'm looking for. Well, that was convenient, wasn't it? Alright, everyone just wait. Oh, you've got bad morale? How sad. That was an excellent slow from those enchanters, let's be honest. But now with the golden bow, we got excellent damage here. Excellent damage. Let's run up here and stab these birds. Get him! Oh yeah. Slither, Orgoy, Korkoi. You know you want to slither. I don't think we need to actually cast any additional magic, to be honest. Like, that slow was exactly what the doctor ordered. It's only going to last 2 turns, of course. So we need to be cognizant of that. Just keep shooting things. Oh yes, 700 people just randomly died to bullets there. There we go, enchanters are gone. Notice how the skillful use of magical items and magical spells has made this a doddle of a fight. Might as well eat this corpse. Seems good. Probably shouldn't invite danger, however. We shall shuffle back. I was just being tidy-minded. There we go. 45 enchanters is a pretty decent little group of dudes there. Alright, defend, defend. I think we're just about done here. Amass haste, you say? Don't mind if I do. And there we go. Without any losses, this garrison's cleared. We can make use of this this area now to potentially make our journey over to the Battle Dwarves. But that will have to be for next time. Thank you all for watching. When we come back next time, more Heroes of Might and Magic 3.